Hey guys, it's Sonya Logan again. Hopefully you'll be able to see this and see it correctly. Not sure it's showing up on my screen correctly. I'm here today to show you an altered junk book. I use what I call junk books all the time for different reasons. I use them, like I said, I'm a mixed media artist. I do a lot of art journals, not just junk journals. So I use books, not just more like magazines, not just old books, but I wanted to show you a different way to use other books, not just hardbound books, in your everyday functions, some other ways that we can use things, such as books like these. How many times do we get in these books? We're always getting in these books. Even these types of books that we're getting in, these little sales flyers, especially these little sales flyers that come in. This actually is a glued sales flyers book. It is perfect. It is really good structured sound. The paper may not be as thick and everything like that, but especially when I go poking holes to see how thick it is. But it's very structurally sound in the middle and everything because it is glued. It doesn't have a lot of pages in it, so it's perfect for what I want for it. I'm going to be using it during the retreat, specifically for one of the kits we're going to be using. This finger hut, you can already see where I started playing with it because I've actually added more staples into it in the middle, and I've already taken and put in just regular masking tape right down the middle of it. So if you start hearing the pound, the binging and stuff, it's just notifications coming through. A lot of the notifications where y'all are actually starting to post in the group in there, and some of the vendors are posting things, so that's what you're hearing over to the side. But one of the ones that I have done here, this is a book that I have redone that was one of the newspaper type books that comes in, and I like for the reading to be coming through when I do my art journal. I like the words in the background, so I don't have to stamp them or anything. Sometimes I will leave them where they look like this completely, so that when I get to it, I can actually change it completely. But this is where I've started an actual art page on the very front cover. I've actually loosely done her with inks on the front cover, but it's already been gessoed on it. And literally what I have done is, I'm going to actually bring this camera and the tripod up completely so you can see, because this is just not working for me. What I've done with this book, you can see that it's pretty thick. Definitely thick through here, just like we would with any of our other books and stuff, is that I've glued pages together. I always, on my first one, when I glue them together, I glue the whole thing together, and I always make me one page very front for me a big tuck, because I'm always putting stuff in there. I then come back, I reinforce my pages in there, but I will leave them blank to begin with. These, I actually just taped them together. I didn't even glue some of the pages. I did a quick run through with them, and did it with this art one because they're newspaper prints on it. So let's get started on the one that I'll be doing today. I'm going to put this actual right up here because I want y'all to be able to see a little better. I've got to get a better, I'm hoping that this will work. This is not working well. The one that I'm going to be doing today is actually just one I picked up in specifically for this one. For the retreat, I'm going to show you how I started off with one. I picked up this book. It has 3, get this up there, staples on the side. One here. Does it even have the one in the middle? No, this one doesn't. It has 2, one here and one here. I actually took it on the actual paper cutter, cut right down the middle of it. Once I did that, I had this. Take my pages just like this, but when I do it, I will take them this way. I glue them together and fold them over by how many pages I know that I want. I actually decide what type of book I want first and what I'm going to be using it for. I've actually taken and reinforced the back of it. Now, before I did this, I actually came in and did my actual staples, how I wanted my book stapled to begin with. And I've glued this book. Now, you can tell this one is glued and glued well. I promise it's not glued together. I'm going to actually that's what the pages sound like. You see how nice and hard this one is. And this one has been created as well to work with one of our actual kits for our week. And you see each page has been reinforced. And that will go for one of the kits we'll be working with this week. I see how, it's real easy that I went from this one to this one. I then take my pages, like I said, put glue here, put it down here, go from here. The other type of thing, hello guys. Again, like I said, I apologize for this. I do a lot of my videos. I am disabled, and I have a couple of disorders. When I get extremely tired and wore out, I can't do a lot of things. My legs give out on me, so I have to do a lot of the things from my bed. So if you get a my bed, my bedroom, I apologize. I was going to show you something. It caught me off guard. Sorry, guys. Anyway, these two, like I said here, this one and this one, and everything, like I said, I'll be using it for one of the kits that our great and talented ladies have created for our retreat this week. I'll be using it this week on it. So I am going to show you now one of the kits that I'm working with. This is from Angie Jones with Heavenly Designs. I have started with one of her kits, amazing kit that she has, the friendship one. And I have already started cutting out her kit. I've already started with one of the designs, one of the books I think it was a Kohl's sales paper that I had as well. And I'm going to show you how I have used hers, because what I am going to do is actually use it as a summer book and everything, my summer calendar for me and my kids, my girls. So I have gotten it all, like I said, laid out. The top of it, where it had the very top, like holes on it, I thought, well, you know, it's bigger and larger than what I want. I want basically the traveler's notebook size to put in my pocketbook. It got a little thicker than what I wanted. So if you notice, it's not the same size here. So I'm going to accommodate that when I go to put on the back page of it. And I'm going to show you how I do that. But what I did was just literally take it and I put it on the actual paper cutter. And I cut through it. The great thing is the pages are really thin before you glue. They're really thin. So you just take the whole book. You can lay it flat halfway, cut through it, or you can do the whole thing, half of it, flip it over and do the other half. It works great. So let's start on it. What we're going to do first is, since I've started laying it out, I've got everything I want. I'm going to sit and I'm going to reinforce this very first part here. Let me get my masking tape, wherever it might be. And these work really good as small insert books, memo books, into our junk journals. They work great. I'm actually going to do two things. I'm going to take and put some glue, because I know this is exactly where I want and what I want for my book. I don't want just to reinforce. I want it to stay. Take a little bit of wet glue through there. Put my lid back on. Put it up in there. It is talking to each other. Great seal on it. This is my bone folder. No, seriously, I'll get my bone folder out in just a minute. So we know this bone folder does not work like a real bone folder. I told you guys that I have my own sense of humor. You see, like I said, that it's coming apart still there, so I've got to have this tape to truly hold it. And I've sealed down the right side of that. I'm going to get better cutting than pulling apart, because I want my pretty there. Okay, I'm going to get it to come all the way up like it's supposed to seal. And then I'm going to have my masking tape go up against it like it's supposed to, because I like the good seals on there. And you see pages sticking out everywhere because I've already laid out some pages. I've already cut my kit. And that's the reason why you see different pages sticking out places. Okay? Now, I have taken Angie's kit. This is one of the pages, or half of one of the pages. I've actually taken it, cut it in half. Because this is the page I want to be my front, and the other part of it, I've actually cut it in half, folded it the way I want it to be my back. Once I printed it, it had like the little white part up here. Instead of cutting that off, I decided I wanted to actually, I'm sorry, I'm not in frame like I need to be. I decided that I would actually, instead of cutting this part that was white off and this part up here that was white off, I actually just collaged over it with some deli paper and some other pieces of the same kit across the top, and then actually chalked over some to make it blend in even more so. I then, like I said, instead of actually leaving it the exact same size as the other pages, as you can tell that it's not going to be the same size right here. You can see the different sizes of the paper. You'll see why once we get to the back page. Now, there's actually 2 pages right here. And the thing is that this is the inner page that I want to use. I actually have it ready to go, but I have it where it's going to make an actual opening on the inside, and it'll be an actual tuck, of course. So I am going to affix it to the front page. I want to make sure that this little part is exactly where I want it here, because I want it to come out to an exact point. So I am going to go ahead and put my glue on the front of this book and put it on graciously. Linda, this is where I could have had your glue packed the other day on it and would have been great. Would have been wonderful. Just for this purpose alone. Those of us that are Linda Lives will know exactly what I'm referring to. Linda Israel, when she does her lives, she has giveaways, and she had a packet of glue and everything. Like I said, the holy grail of glue and everything. Like I said, the beacon, like I said, giveaway that was of all beacon of all glues. So let me truly get my bone folder. I'm looking at my TV screen, how this is recording, and I'm thinking, is it right or is it not right? Am I right? Am I leaning sideways? Or so I'm hoping this is laying correctly. Okay, we're going to turn this. I'm going to make sure truly that it's not as lopsided as it looks on this page. There we go. Okay, I'm going to take all this extra glue, fold back over, put it over here. Now I'm going to take this little piece here on the inside where I told you I've had that little piece. I'm going to fold over, and then we're going to make that extra little tuck pocket. And I want to go ahead and fold, put a little piece across the top, and a little piece across this top, and right down there. So we can go ahead and have our cover and our very first page. Literally what I'm going to do is, of course, take my billfold on the outside, which will seal the inside like it's supposed to be. Okay, we're going to come back to that first page in just a minute. So, right, let's travel on to the next piece. And the next piece here helps tremendously if you do not tap this on you. Okay. Yeah. There we go. And this will be glued to here. So we're just going to go ahead, literally go to the next page and glue it on to it. So this is going to be something that my girls can look at, and we can literally just go ahead and I can have scripture time with my girls during the summer, and we can have family time and have our vacation, just write down specific stuff, and it kind of like is our summer of 2019 calendar. Angie set it up perfectly for that with the weekly and the calendar, and it just was, I mean, it was just perfect for it. When I saw it, I thought how great and wonderful this is going to be. My girls are going to love it. I've got it set up for writing memories, specific memories in it. It's going to have a removable journal, journaling, but it also just flips out for journaling as well, so I don't have to remove it. It's going to be perfect just to slide into my pocketbook to keep in there. And then it's got little points so that the girls can actually just write in it. I've got my senior that graduated. She's, graduates this year. She's graduating. So she just actually, like I said, graduates this week. And then, actually when this plays, she'll have graduated. So, yeah, she's my second oldest girl. And then I have a 10-year-old and a 8-year-old who, again, like I said, during the actual retreat, she will turn 9. Okay, so we've got that one in there. Not too hard to do on that one. Let's see if I can get this one. During this retreat, I will be ordering another let's see if I can get this thing to stay. Every time I look, it goes down. Hopefully that's tight. So there we go. Here's the next page. So, this page. I think possibility that it's in there. Now, I want to show you what I've got in store for this page. Alright, so we've got our first page here. Right? It went down, didn't it? Okay. Okay. Fixing to find something to put right under it. And if you could see what it is, you just would just die laughing. Here in the South, we just find something and rig it. At the end of the video, I will show you what I stuck in it to rig it. Okay? Especially if it works. If it doesn't work, I'm not showing you. Alright, so on this side right here, I love this little girl. But anyway, so I'm thinking, I don't want to cover her up. But I want her to, you know, stay there. And then at the same time, I want to be able to journal. So, I loved her. And I loved all the journaling lines and stuff that Angie put in here. And I love my little tabs and stuff. So, I thought, And then I loved the little spreadsheets that she had in there as well. So, I printed out all the spreadsheets. I printed out the different ones of the things. And I went through and I thought, well, I'm going to keep all my little spreadsheets together because this lets me even go through and put like their friends' names and their numbers. So I have all of them available. So, you know, this is the one that had the little friendship page. So I have all their little friends' names and numbers. And I don't have to put them on my telephone. I have, like I said, so when they want to go to the pool and stuff, plenty of space for that. I have room for my prayers and stuff like that as far as running prayers. It's got a place for appreciation stuff. I can write down quick notes and things, but I can also do all of my journaling in here for the summer. And it's great. So, and this says dream on the back. I take this one little page right here. And I know plenty of you have seen this idea, but this was perfect for this. I'm going to take, and I'm just going to put this right in here. I'm sliding it in between when we made that little tuck in there. I'm going to just slide it in there. I'm going to slide it in and get your butt in there. I know it wasn't going to go all the way in there because I glued that part in it. And see how it fits? Just right in there. Oh, I just love it. And I have my little tag right there. Little tab. And it's still the same image, so I didn't cover up that image. Oh, I adore it. So I have this. Okay. Now, because the way she made it, this goes directly over here. I just loved it. It was beautiful. And I thought, well, I want my months to start the next page. And I thought, okay, but I really want this page to stay like it is. So I said, I've got it, no problem. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. Because, like I said, I just love the way that Angie came up with this. I mean, I really do. Against Angie Jones's Heavenly Designs. Literally going to go, and then she has this extra little piece right here because, you know, it's made to be a traveler's notebook. Well, she's got it set up. I'm just going to go ahead and put some little glue right here, okay? And while that's sitting there, I'm going to tell you what I did. Move these little pieces because she had the calendars for the months. So I'm like, love this design. I'm going to actually, I went ahead and cut them out. I've got them ready to go for each one. I printed out for 4 months, even though they're only out like 2 months during the summer, June and July, and they go right back. they just got out, or they just get out, like I said, the June and July, that's it, and they go right back in August. They get out, so they get out May the 31st. They go right back the first week of August, I think. So, but I'm going to sit and put these down here because I need to know when they go back. I need to go ahead and be able to plan, like I said, any of their doctor's appointments, anything, so I can have this in there. But I have this right here, and then on this side, of course, it is the other side of the months. Go. So I can actually keep up with those type of things actually monthly. I'm going to do this. And remember now, guys, I always think wild, out of the box, not your normal junk journal, not your normal anything. I'm always out of the box with everything. Who knows what I'm going to be coming up with or what I'm doing. And hopefully it's something you can use. Hopefully it's not one of those, what is she doing? Why is she doing? Don't ever ask why. Don't ever ask why I'm doing something. That is a waste of your time. Now, because of the glue, I'm just going to literally go over it to get the glue boogers out. I can't stand them, and I don't want my pages sticking together. And I do not have the time nor patience to wait on it. And I don't have the actual powder thing right here to. So this is my version of fixing it. So isn't that like just awesome? I mean, I've got my months here. I got them separated out. I don't have to worry about the pages, you know, trying to get it to do in the middle kind of thing. So that's just situated. And then it's the same page. I just got it flipped right there. So I still got this beautiful page here. I'm going to collage right across here on it. And then it goes right back over here. This is my flip out from there. I can actually still, I don't have to take it apart, and still journal, do everything I need to right here. Let me see, but it's still, I can journal everything right there. It's all right there together. And it'll stay in the frame, son. All there together. See how well it's coming together? And then, of course, this page will hold my next month's together. Okay, so let me just get this next month.